I did this commercial out of like 500 kids. I beat the kid. Yeah. I won the contest.
Hello. What is going on, Team Humanity? Look, I got a great show for everyone this evening. I got the beautiful Darcy Donavan right here. We got an actress, model, influencer, you name it, she does it. Hey, Darcy, say hi to everyone for me, please.
Hey, everybody.
I need to give a shout out because we raised and given out $42,000 in cash to people within our community. That's been amazing so far since I started this journey. Look, I'm excited. You're my first female celebrity guest on my show, and I'm really excited about this show tonight. I can't thank you enough. How you doing with this virus?
Well, I mean, some people hate staying home. I love it. So, I mean, obviously it's crazy with everything going on. And I'm praying every day for all the doctors and the nurses and everybody that's affected, by the virus. It's really sad what's going on, but at the same time, it's like it's also bringing families together. Because it's forcing us to stay at home. But at the same time, I always try to bring humor to everything, and light to everything. That's kind of what my branding is all about, is fun, inspirational, sexy. So I just think that right now with COVID going on, it's making us now, the hygiene is like necessary. Because I feel like I have to be a mama to everybody. And it's like, wash hands for 20 seconds, people. Wash them hands. Wash them hands. Okay?
Did you wash those hands? Do you have the hand sanitizer on you when you go out?
Oh, honey, are you kidding? Like I got everything. It's funny. The joke is, anytime I'm working on a set, everybody that I've ever worked with, they're like, Darcy's got it. Darcy's got it. Because they're like, hey, do you have a snake bag kit? I'm like, yeah, here.
Nice. I like that in a woman. Prepared.
I am very prepared.
I'm glad you're safe. Prayers.
How's your family? Are you doing good?
I'm doing great. I've been isolated and trying not to lose my mind for the past 2 months, but I've been focusing.
Why lose your mind? I don't know what people are saying. As long as I got food and good TV like Netflix.
Well, what have you been watching on Netflix? Do you like Ozark or Tiger King? Because I did those
God,
interviews.
I love Ozarks. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Tiger King. It's hilarious.
My mom was like, I watched 15 minutes of it and all those people should be in prison. I don't like it. And I was like, Ma, you got to watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, the part where he is running for governor, I laughed my ass off.
Me too.
I was in the worst mood. And then, that gut laugh, that guttural laugh where you're like, ha, ha, you're like almost like you're crying and you can't stop.
Yes.
That's what happened to us.
I'm crying right now because
I want to be a governor and I've been in jail and I'm shit broke, but I have no money in the bank, but vote for me as governor.
And he starts giving out the condoms that says Joe will protect you. I couldn't. Look, I got a couple of people here asking in chat. Game On John wants to know, do you think Disneyland will open in July?
LA County, we just found out that they're extending the quarantine to stay home till July 1st. You better not be feeding me wrong information or I will have you, I'll have you whacked.
All right.
What's his name again? John?
Game On John. So Game On John, we have your answer.
Okay, Disneyland is probably not going to be until probably August, September, but I will say this. You got to think people all over the world are going to Disneyland. So I would wait like a good while to go to Disneyland just until we understand what's going on.
You're from LA, right? All right.
Yes.
So how long have you been living in LA for?
A good 10 years. Well, I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee. So any Southerners watching, watch.
You're from Tennessee and you're growing up, were you always interested in, acting or, modeling or trying to become an influencer? How'd you get into the,
Well,
this gig?
I've always been a big ham. I mean, anytime I've done interviews, they're always like, what started it? I think you're an entertainer by nature. As a kid, I was always like, singing with a microphone, trying to impress my grandparents. And, my mom said I was, always a ham. They had a flyer at the school where I was at, and I was like 8 years old. And I was like, Mom, I want to do that. And I did this commercial out of like 500 kids. I beat the kid, all the kids. And then
it just sounded like out of 500 kids, you beat the kids, like you hit the.
Oh, no, I didn't hit the kids.
Did you beat the kids to get that part?
Yeah. I won the contest. I beat him up. No, I started singing. Singing was really what really first came out in, and it's just like I just kind of naturally, people go, "Oh, you're a natural actor. You need to be an actor." And then when I came here, it was funny because people go like, "You're going to be this big actress," and I'm like, "Why?" And they go, "Because you don't really want it." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
But it's just like I go in, I do my thing. It's like, hey, I don't get all bent out of shape. If they're like, hey, we love you, but we're going to give it to somebody else. I mean, that's the one thing I tell people. If you can't take criticism, if you can't take rejection, do not be in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to have a tough shell. I mean, you've got to be a tough person.
I completely agree. I do philanthropy and I'm in the entertainment business, and
Wow.
even when I'm like even trying to help people, you still have to take a lot of rejection when it comes to maybe trying to get people on shows or trying to get donations from people. You have to be able to take no as an answer and just kind of say, all right, I got to move on from this and keep pushing forward. So let's talk about the gigs that you were in. So, I did a little homework on you, and, I see that you're in Anchorman.
Anchorman with Will Ferrell, Adam McKay. Everybody really loved that movie. And it was funny because I was up for a lead role, like a starring role in another film. Then that role came in, and my manager at that time, he looked at me and he's like, "You need to take this role because this is going to be a blockbuster hit." Paul Rudd is an amazing actor. He's very sweet. He actually, people don't know this about him. He wanted to be a cartoonist. He was going to be a cartoonist if he wasn't an actor. Isn't that funny?
That is funny.
And Will, he's completely different than he is on camera than when he's just kind of subdued. It's like when the camera turns on, it's kind of like me. Like, well, and I mean, I am myself, on camera or on like right now. I'm very real, but sometimes, I just want to do nothing.
All right, so let's talk about a couple of things. Let's talk about any current or recent projects that you're doing right now.
I just did a movie called Secret Agent, and it's starring Paul Johansson, and he was on One Tree Hill and Van Helsing. He's done a lot of stuff. You can look him up, Paul Johansson. But it's supposed to be releasing this summer, the end of the summer, but due to the coronavirus, I think it's going to be pushed back a little bit. It is based on a book. And that's all I can say.
Okay.
I am writing a new book series with my team that, people have said, hey, I want to turn to screenplay. We had some major directors and producers who are interested in it. So I'm currently writing it. It's based on a true story, my story, and other things, which I can't go into detail about, but this is the book that I finished.
Let's get into that. What is that? Because that looks like a big textbook.
I know. It's 365 days.
Okay.
Inspiration. So
is that by year? Like 2020, or is it just by day?
Yeah, you can use it year by year.
Okay.
What I like to do is, somebody come every day, they wake up, they just do it. It's like a tutorial of, hey, try this, do this, go out and buy something that you've been wanting to get for yourself, stuff, something like that. So the Darcy's Daily is like, to sum up, to get people on the right path, because I do master classes. I do speaking engagements. People always ask me for advice. I'm not a bragger, but I will say this. Usually I'm 99.9% right at the time.
What inspired you to make this book? Because I'm going to be honest with you. You are amazing for writing that book, because to have the patience to sit and write all that content and then go through like the publishing and all the edits, like I don't even have the patience for that.
Well, you're so cute. Well, I got to tell you, Anthony, it was inspired by my fans. My fans, they're like my little family. I mean, when I was in the hospital in 2016, I almost died. Well, what happened is I had a cyst that was on my ovary, and it ruptured. I ended up getting very, very sick. They thought they were going to have to do some major operations on me. Thank God they didn't. There's been so many times where, my grandmother passed away, and, they sent me little flowers, or they sent me gifts and said, hey, we're thinking about you, or just beautiful cards. Or the book got made because there was a lot of people suffering from depression, anxiety, but there was a good number of fans that were suicidal. So, that's the main reason why the book was made, because when some of these letters are gut wrenching, and it's just then to hear, hey, your words meant something, that to me, it's like, that's worth all the money in the world. If I've saved, 50 people from committing suicide, that's to me a huge deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it
So,
sounds like you're really, really in touch with your fan base and your community, and that's really, really great. Fans love the interaction and the connection, and they really like that, when you connect with them, that, that they see that you're human just like everyone else.
oh
There's
yeah.
human errors, and people do get depressed and they do have anxiety, and sometimes when they want to reach out to someone they look up to and they respond back, it means the world to them.
Anytime somebody meets me, I like to go above and beyond because I want the experience of, okay, she's my idol. I love her. And, what I see is what I get. It's not like, hey, behind the scenes, she's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? She's
Yeah.
a butthole, whatever. What you see is what you get. So I'm pretty much, if you're homeless, if you're a billionaire, I'm just the same with everybody.
That's
So
great.
I did want to get on about the book. What I tell fans is, mark the day on it, mark how you feel, and, write all over the book. It's yours. And then what I say is then next year, do it again. What I do every night, even with my team, I do what I call devotionals, and I give time to God. And, we also talk about the day and everything, but it's like, hey, what did this mean to you? So what I tell people is this is great too, do it with your friends, your family, and then say, hey, what did you get from it? Because everybody always gets something different. It brings people together. It makes them discuss what's going on. And, then at the end, it tells you, hey, this is what you need to do. It's everywhere, Barnes Noble, Amazon. But if you want an autographed copy, then go to darcydonavan.com. And, I'll do an autographed copy for you.
All right, do you have any other future development or project ideas that you're doing that you can share with us?
Yes, I am going to be doing meet and greets until on candy.com. So if anybody wants to meet me and talk to me in person, you can go there. I'm also got a single that I recorded and I'm releasing.
I checked out one of your recent posts on your Facebook. What's this song title called? This Is My Life, or It's My Life?
Oh, yeah, It's My Life.
That's you singing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Just
I'm
making
not
sure.
doing the whole Tiger King thing where he got somebody else singing. So that's me. I did the front. I did the background vocals. I did everything. So that's me on the whole track.
Wow,
So,
no, I liked it. You have a really good voice.
well, you're going to laugh, but honestly, I was in the choir. So it's like I did choir in high school and middle school. I was doing rock, like hard rock, and, all kinds of stuff like that. So and then from there, I went to country, and then I went to country pop. Then it came to pop. So that's what I've been doing, pop. And then I've done some rap and pop. So I'm just a versatile girl.
Multi-talented is what we call it. Very versatile, right? Is that the proper word?
Oh, that's another thing. I did a movie with D.B. Sweeney where I played a detective. So
You
I
played a
forgot to talk about that.
detective?
Yes, Mr. Thursday. And it's funny because, see, this is how I like to be. I'm like a glam girl by nature, but I'm like a tomboy. So it's
Yeah.
like it's funny, like, I could be a drag queen, like with an invisible penis. So that's me right now, invisible penis. He's laughing. Yeah. So, but I don't have a penis. I don't want that in the media. I'm just saying that.
YouTube gives me.
dude.
YouTube gives me strikes if we say inappropriate language.
We like drag queens. We love people. God. Oh, the swearing. Oh, God. Oh, Lord, help us. Jesus. I didn't mean that. I take it back. YouTube, we love you.
Oh,
sorry.
Darcy, look,
I
I love you. I love meeting you. You are one in a million. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I
love you. Thank you, Anthony.
Darcy, thank you again for being on the show. I want you to have a great night, and we'll see you this weekend, okay?
Oh, love you. Thank you for having me. Love you, Anthony, and everybody watching. I hope you have a great day. Be safe again, and God bless you and your family.
All right, guys and gals, that is it. That was the Darcy Donavan. This weekend, make sure you follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, look us up on social media, and I hope you guys have a great night. This is Mr. Humanity signing off. All right, guys, have a great night and take care.